There's more than just a sense of expectation in the air tonight as the Hampton Court Palace Flower Show comes of age.
Yes, it's the event's 21st birthday, and coming to the party are Chris Beardshaw, Cleve West, Christine Walkden and Alice Fowler.
Yes, so...
The Bangladeshi Allotment was created by designer Jeff Travers with help from the Adelaide Community Gardening Club in northwest London. A couple of weeks ago we went to visit them on their allotment.
I'm going to be round my vegetables, I'm going to chop down my vegetables.
The community garden was set up 25 years ago here in inner city London. It's located in the shadow of 5 enormous tower blocks that formed the biggest tower block development in the 60s. The environment that the residents had to put up with was appalling and oppressive and accounted for a spate of suicides. The residents organised themselves and commandeered a derelict car park and turned it into a sanctuary and now a thriving community garden.
I love you most of all, my favourite vegetable.
I'm an architect by trade. When I walked through the door, my attention was immediately drawn by these enormous ramshackle structures that were dotted about the garden. I'd not seen anything like them, and they were covered with plants. They're sculptural, architectural and inspiring, and I think that that's the driving force behind the garden I've created at Hampton Court. When I looked into it, I found these structures were built by the Bangladeshi ladies to support their giant gourds. They stand in a field of coriander, of doogie, which is a kind of amaranth, and other vegetables that the Bangladeshi ladies who have plots here are used to growing at home in Bangladesh. And somehow they've conjured up a way of growing these plants in our London environment.
I'm going to be round my vegetables, I'm going to chop down my vegetables. I love you most of all, my favorite vegetable.
We like vegetable. If I'm grow vegetable, then I'm grow organic.
It's fresh and
good for health.
It's good for the family as well, especially like kids. They really need their good diet. We do our own country sort of thing basically here. Lots of other people are doing lots of different things, and if you don't know, then you can ask them. They help you around, and they come to us as well most of the time because we do different types. They always want to come and have a look and see how we did it.
Any vegetable I like to grow. I love vegetable, I love gardening.
I'm gonna keep well my vegetables, cart off and sell my vegetables. I love you most of all, my favorite vegetable.
It's quite a little architectural problem to translate a Bangladeshi allotment to suit a Hampton Court setting. We've used the intensive Bangladeshi horticultural techniques in the growing of the plants, but we've arranged them in a way that conforms to the written rules of 18th century formal potager, of which the garden of Hampton Court Palace was modelled. All the plants are grown from saved seed in our community garden. I've had a go myself, but I've had a lot of help from the Bangladeshi ladies. They're much more tuned into the plants and to the soil, to the weather. They spend half their lives working the allotment, and it's a major source of food production for them.
I jump up and down and hope you toss me a carrot.
The garden shows what can be done. It shows that Bangladeshi ladies, on their own, many of them over 60, can produce these wonderful three-dimensional gardens, totally sustainable and totally recycled, without spending any money, by simply saving seeds, using techniques which they've learnt from their fathers and their grandparents, which they need to survive in Bangladesh. And the message is that, we can learn from this.
Your favorite vegetable.
Jeff, this is a garden after my own heart because it's so unbelievably real. Can you take me through some of the structures?
Well, the structure is totally recycled and tied together with string. The biggest expenditure was string, in fact.
And did you grow all the plants from seed?
All the plants, apart from the lotus in the lovely rusty water tank there, have been started by the Bangladeshi ladies, the expert gardeners.
It's amazing what a tiny space can kind of give forth, can't it?
Exactly. It's a totally productive vegetable machine.
I'm very interested by the gourd that's growing up the structure. What sort of a gourd is it?
That one is a serpent gourd. The fruits and the shoots are eaten.
Down the front, what's this plant?
It's doogie. It's actually Bangladeshi spinach, and the stems are succulent and beautiful.
It's just lovely to come to a space which is so different for a show, and so congratulations on bringing something truly different to this show.
Thank you very much indeed.